The Gentleman's Sweep Show, where nothing gets swept under the rug. Fun Radio Monday. You are in the mix with DJ Smoke, on The Gentleman's Sweep Show.
What's happening, family?
Hey.
Good to see y'all.
Hey, happy Monday.
Hey, the Gentleman's Sweep Show, Fun Radio is back.
It's back. You already know.
Jay Russ is back on the set, y'all.
In the building. How's everybody doing?
Good, man. How was your trip, man?
Hey, everything was wonderful. I still got a job. That's
Hey.
all that matters.
That's
Everything was
blessing.
wonderful.
Do you even see your check? You bring your check back home to
man.
wifey, right?
She sees the check. You know what I mean?
I know, that's
I know
right.
things are paid. You know what I mean? That's what I do.
The
No?
bills are
You
paid.
just hand it over and she says check.
Hey, listen. I already know.
Hey, man, we got the lovely Miss Connie sitting next to us. What's happening, beautiful? Beautiful.
She got a hat that says what? She's a boss?
Boss.
Yes.
Boss, you gotta say it right. Boss.
Boss?
DJ Smoke, what's up, baby?
And listen.
How you?
We got it.
I need my height line.
Hey,
Listen.
look.
Where there's smoke,
There's fire.
Hey, what's up, Smoke? Hey, Smoke, I missed you last week, man. Hey, Smoke, your music, you was on point last week. You had me in locked up. Millie walking on every block. D. Scott had me hyped. I'm picking up Miami clothes and everything. It's about to be on, yo.
Hey, look,
listen.
man, I'm ready for that. I'm
Listen.
looking forward to Miami. It's gonna be hot.
I'm walking around in Miami with like fluorescent Speedos,
That's
man.
all
I'm
you
kidding.
need.
Oh, damn.
Men don't need
Listen.
much. All they need is a white
That's it.
T-shirt and some trunks, and that's all the whole
that's
trip.
Trunk Speedos, you understand what I'm saying?
Speedos.
Wow.
Yes.
Hey, well, look,
Instant
you know what?
print.
Speaking of which, you see how Smoke walked up in here all swollen,
Hey, listen.
walking all
Let me
muscular and everything.
tell the
Y'all
people.
gotta get
Get in the camera, Smoke.
He got his
Just-
tight
Yeah,
shirt
yeah,
on.
Smoke, go towards
Look
the
here.
door.
Okay, since y'all
Smoke
doing that.
underneath,
Okay.
right, listen.
Redskins.
Smoke been in the gym for a week and a half, and he over here walking around with like snap it shirts between his legs and shit. Smoke got a onesie on. He got a tight ass, a onesie on. Smoke. A chick say she want to have sex with Smoke. Smoke got to pull his pants down, reach between his crotch, and snap that bitch. Smoke, kill that man.
Hey,
What's up,
look,
baby?
What's going on, man? It's good
I'm
to see you,
feeling,
though,
man.
Smoke.
It's always
And look,
great.
we got a great show for y'all
It's
today.
amazing.
We have a wonderful show for y'all today. We're stepping outside the box with this one. All right, so we usually a little wild and crazy, mixed with a little bit of sense. But today, we got some education for y'all today.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so can you tell me what tonight's show is?
Listen, I know we something with mind and body and acupuncture. I don't. What
Man, it's acupuncture,
Uh-huh.
mind, body, and spirit.
Ooh,
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, we need some candles.
Hey,
We
man,
need
some
some
candles.
By doing the background.
Listen,
we need some.
we need-
And if you forget that, it's getting your mind and your booty right today.
Yes, yes,
Get
yes.
mind and booty right Monday.
Got to get the mind. I like that.
So we're gonna have some
That's
different things. What we gonna have on the show?
Hey, listen, we got this doctor on the show, right?
Yeah, can I say something?
First of all,
though?
yes, please
Can I say something?
Yes,
Can I say?
yes.
She is mature-ish type of fine. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
mature. Like
Yes.
you gotta
Yes.
elegantly talk to her before you can.
I know.
That's
Gotta get your
articulate.
mind right when you talk
She
to
had
her,
me a
right?
little nervous. She shook my hand. Her hands was all just calm and ooh. Every chick I know, she works a third shift and be lifting stuff.
see.
She got callus and shit on her hand. She got a degree. Damn.
She's intelligent.
I appreciate
Hey, look.
intelligent women.
We got the one, the only
Yes.
Dr. Katrina Smith in the house, y'all.
Well,
Name
Yes,
welcome.
yes.
Yeah, she's a
yes.
doctor of acupuncture. So
Okay.
she's going to come on board today and she's going to give us some education about healing the body naturally.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
summertime is coming up. We also have yours truly, my offspring, my daughter, my lovely, beautiful baby girl, who's a Zumba instructor.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So she's going to come on and she's going to do some Zumba for y'all today. You'll get all this information from both of these beautiful
Okay.
ladies here today, and you'll be able to tap into what they're doing and possibly, get healed, mind, body, and spirit,
Yes.
and then get your body in shape working out with my daughter. So we're
That's
working
right.
on the whole package.
Yes.
And this is primarily for women.
Well,
I
no.
love
no,
women.
No,
I love
no,
women.
yeah,
No.
Okay, I'm talking
Listen.
about the Zumba thing.
No,
Zumba.
I be in no
Zumba
Zumba's
too.
for everybody. Have you ever been in a Zumba class?
Yes, I have, but I wasn't able to do anything, man.
promise-
That's
No,
because
no.
you're watching. You're supposed to be. In,
That's all I
But
did.
I promise you, it'll be hell trying to make it through a complete Zumba class. It's no joke.
Oh, that's what I'm trying
It's
to
hard.
tell you.
It's no Zumba. It's
Listen,
hard, man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. When I tell you my baby girl is sharp with it, she's sharp with it. I
Listen.
can't hang. I can't hang.
Listen.
So we're gonna get it in today.
let's get it in.
We're gonna get it in. Connie,
Zumba!
you ready?
I'm ready.
A Zumba way,
And listen,
a Zumba
and
way,
listen.
a Zumba. What?
Ain't enough room on that stage because I got some short ass shorts. I'll do some Zumba
Oh, no!
and some short ass shorts.
Cut!
And
No.
some short ass
Cut.
shorts. I'll be up in there.
The
getting
stage
it.
is way
No,
too
sir.
small. You
Yeah,
got to
get it.
cut it.
Hey.
We're gonna cut it, dog.
Right.
We can't.
Cut it.
No, we can't do that.
No.
All right,
Hey,
but listen, huh?
Smoke should go up there.
Smoke.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know he all swollen.
He all
and
swole, he in
You
shape.
know. Hey, but listen, we got some good stuff coming up.
Yes.
It's gonna be great, man.
Whoa, wait till y'all see the you posted it. It's
Oh,
crazy this week.
Look,
It's
it's
crazy this
now.
week. But you know what we gotta do. We gotta hate.
Yes,
We
so
gotta see what we see out there. You got a good one coming.
I do.
We're gonna let them wait. You know what time it is. It's
Yeah.
time to go into that first break. So go
Hey,
ahead and send
That's
us there.
right.
Yes, sir.
Hold up, man.
Oh, yeah.
How y'all feeling, man?
Okay.
Okay.
How was the weekend?
Man, it was great.
I spent the whole weekend on a plane.
On a plane.
On a plane.
Coming back.
Come back
Okay.
from Wakanda.
On a plane.
You know
Okay.
Wakanda.
Wakanda. He
Right.
came back. He back,
Talking
baby.
back to, you know when you want to sleep and you always get that talkative person right beside you?
Supposed to have your headphones.
Yeah, always want to talk. Oh, it's underneath this.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We can keep it right here. All right, but yeah, I had a great weekend. You have a good weekend?
My weekend was great. I had my favorite food, crabs.
Okay,
Oh my goodness,
okay.
overdosed on that, and had a nice little house party. Went to, so yeah,
That's what's up.
nice.
Invite us.
Well, it wasn't mine. Otherwise, I would have invited my crew. Yes, I just can't. Just well, next time.
You could have brought me a crab leg or something.
No, that
You could have
wouldn't
bought
got
all of us
it.
crab
Never be
legs.
leftovers. Let me
Nah,
tell
you
you,
don't.
no
You-
leftovers.
Never crab legs.
Well, we're gonna talk about this during the break.
That's fine.
All right. So listen, gentlemen, sweep. We'll be right back. We're going on our first break. When we come back, we getting ready for some Zumba. Connie about to do her thing. Got the beautiful, the lovely, the one and only Miss Angel Lee
Angelique,
in the house. She's going to do her
the
thing.
Zumba queen.
I'm trying to tell you, she's off the chain. So we'll see y'all when we get back.
Gentlemen,
Jacob,
sweep.
take us to our first commercial,
For
baby.
radio.
Let's get it.
Back.
There are many different styles of acupuncture. The style that I practice is called Worsley 5-element acupuncture. And in this style of medicine, we're looking at the balance and strength of the different elements in a person's body. And the elements are very easily seen in nature. And as they exist in nature, they also exist in us. The 5 elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And these elements are most easily seen in the seasons. The season of summer being emblematic of the fire element, the season of late summer or Indian summer of the earth element, the fall being related to the metal element, winter to the water element, and the season of spring related to the wood element. And so what we do in 5-element acupuncture is promote the strength and the balance of all the different elements. And one of the hallmarks of 5-element acupuncture is that we really help people, body, mind, and spirit. So by helping people on an emotional level, because let's face it, most people have a lot of stress in their lives. Most people, even if their complaint is seemingly 100% physical, it's some kind of ache or a pain, there's a resultant feeling of despair or a resultant feeling of hopelessness or concern that life won't be the same or that they won't be able to live as joyful a life as they thought they could with that particular ailment or ache or pain. So by working with all levels of a person, 5-element acupuncture can really help people feel at home in themselves, feel good about what they're doing in life, and feel connected not just to themselves but to the community around them and their ability to be effective.
Hey, we back, baby.
You already know.
Gentlemen Sweep Show.
Oh!
We got some great things going on,
So-
and We got some Zumba. We got a Zumba instructor.
Oh, they
about to do their
They
thing.
about to get it in with the Zumba.
Yes,
but we got to do some hate before
we got to do some hate
before we get great. So who we?
Right.
Woo! So I tell you what, I'm gonna go first. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I got some hate to give.
Go ahead.
But I'm gonna give the hate in a different way. It's gonna be like hating but congratulating, but hating on those haters. All right. Hey, Jacob, put my picture up, Jacob. Put my picture up. Y'all see right here, UMBC.
Yeah.
We don't even know who the fuck UMBC is. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth.
Right.
It stands for the University of Maryland. What, Eastern County, Baltimore County? I don't know. But what I do know is that they're great right now.
They're great.
I know they're great. I know people are out there buying golden retrievers and all that. So listen, they say something can't be done until it's done, right?
Right.
So the other day, UMBC, they actually went into the NCAA tournament. They was the number 16 seed. They went against the number 1 seed. They didn't just go against the number 1 seed. They went against the number 1 of the number 1 seed. So I'm going to tell you what that means. It was the best team in the nation playing the worst team in the nation.
Okay.
That's what that
right,
meant.
Right.
The best team in the nation playing the worst team in the nation.
Okay.
And in all of the years, and I'm going to say it's like 183 to 0, no 16 seed has ever beaten a number 1 seed.
That's
ever.
true. Right.
So it was some
Right.
brothers that went to UMBC that was down in Vegas.
Okay.
That said, hey, listen, we in Vegas, we gonna lose money. How about this? It's 8 of them. Everybody give me $100. We gonna bet the $100 on our alma mater.
Okay.
UMBC, they smacked the shit out of Virginia.
What?
I'm not talking about they didn't win off a lucky shot. They won by 20-something points the whole game.
The 16th seed.
The 16th seed beat the number 1 seed
Wow.
by 20-something points the whole game.
Wow.
Guess how much money them brothers won off an $800 bet?
How much?
Give me $16,800. $16,800. So you know what? I'm hating on all them people that said things can't be done, because remember, it can't be done until somebody goes out there and do it. So UMBC, I bet you they know who you are now.
Indeed.
University of Maryland, Baltimore County. You heard me? Salute. Go ahead.
Wow.
It's
Hey,
on
look.
you. Are we
Well,
hating or we showing some
no,
love?
I'm going to show some love. This
Okay,
time. I'm going
okay,
to show
go
some
ahead.
love. So I'm not hating today.
Okay.
So we're going to do the segment called I See You.
All right.
All right. So I'm saying a special I See You to the class of 1986.
Okay.
Here is why. Because a few of my friends, my best friends, they are turning 50 this year.
Okay.
So my boy LB, he turned 50 about a month ago, a couple weeks ago, right? Class of 1986.
Okay.
And a few of our other friends, big brother Gary, he's turning 50 this year. My boy Chris is turning 50 this year. And these brothers look good.
Okay.
There's also a couple sisters in the group also who are looking fabulous. So I want to say congratulations. I see you, class of 1986, and all the people whose birthdays are this month.
That's
I got a
what's up.
couple. My boy Bill, his birthday was last week. You know what I mean? My boy said his birthday is next month. So I just want to give a special shout out for those of you who are turning the big 5-0.
Nice.
It's a mile marker birthday, man.
It
Hey,
is.
Smoke, was you even born in 1986?
Yes, I was. Wow.
What year?
How
Was
old were you,
born,
Smoke?
What, at 86?
How old was you in 86?
I was 3.
Okay, respect.
Right.
Respect.
I was 3.
Hey, so listen. So again, I want to say congratulations to.
Oh, and they look great.
They look.
And they probably
look great, man.
running stuff out
Oh
there.
yeah, no doubt.
Congratulations.
Boys can play
Shout
ball,
out.
lifting weights, the whole 9 yards.
Shout out to
Good.
them.
So special shout out to
Yeah,
my
shout out
homeboys,
to
Hey,
right?
listen, so, we did some greatness.
We did.
I'm about to get ratchet real quick before we get some Zumba up in the building.
Let's do this.
They
Let's
already
get
told me,
ratchet.
listen, I'm going to tell you something. This is supposed to be my show, and they tell me what I can and can't do. I can't rap on the show no more because I blame my horrible 16 bars of Smoke. They said I can't do Zumba because I got 1986 shorts on.
nah, we don't
My
want that.
I got
We don't
Larry
want
Bird
that.
shorts on. I can't do it.
Nah,
so I'm
we
just
don't want
going to
that.
do something. You posted it and
Okay.
have fun my way, okay?
All right,
so
let's do this.
Listen, I got a ratchet one.
Okay.
But it's, you ready?
Yes.
Kick it for me, Jay. The first thing I want to show you guys, and you posted, is this. It says, if her nail costs $25, give her $24.98 and tell her to ask her friends to give you the rest, because them bitches always putting their 2 cents in. So make sure they pay, because I'm cruddy like that. Let's go to the next one. The next one simply says this. This is the look you give when you had sex in the bathroom and you're making it look obvious. Look at The Rock. That's the coolest nigga I know. Look at Michelle. She all like, stop. You're embarrassing me. They know what they was doing.
Nah, Michelle's like, shoot, I done put that thing on look too good. That boy ain't going nowhere. I think Michelle put tone him.
Listen, you got to keep it spicy up in that marriage. You heard me? Let's go to the next one real quick. Hey, listen, they said, like, this is how jealous dudes be eating. He said, hey, babe, where you at? She said, church. He said, give Jesus the phone. He ain't even playing. Let me speak to Jesus. Make sure you say you are where you are. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, we had a show the other day, and we was talking about if she ain't give head, I want to show y'all something. Kick the next one. It simply says this. If somebody said to me that you are sick if you stop talking to somebody because they don't give head, that's me. I am dead, nigga. I am dead. If she don't give head, I'm dead, nigga. We through. I'm dead.
We're going to change this to Ratchetness Radio.
Hey, listen, the last one. I'm going to keep it cutting for the last one. Listen to this. It says, listen, I'm so happy I got married because it said, broads out here playing these niggas like Uno. They skip them, draw 2 new niggas, reverse back to their ex, then draw 4 niggas. The color is dark skin. That's how they acting nowadays.
Right.
So I tell you
True.
what. Listen, if you got a good one, stick with her and pick her. You know what I mean? Because they crazy out here, yeah?
Indeed.
Indeed.
It's all
They
about
are.
that monogamy.
Hey, you posted monogamy? Nah, it's not about monogamy. It's about having an understanding with your girl, whatever your understanding is.
Whatever that might be.
Hey.
Well, listen, we are going to get to what we are here for today specifically,
Ooh,
right?
yes. Mind,
We got
body,
some
and soul.
Zumba going on. We got some acupuncture going on.
Okay.
We got some natural healing going on, man. It's a wonderful, great show. I'm looking forward to it. So right now, we're about to kick this thing off to our center stage. We got the one and the only Angelique and the lovely Miss Connie, who's about to break down some education in Zumba. Y'all got the stage, baby.
Y'all ready?
Stretch.
Yeah. Hey, listen. That was just a little taste of what this Zumba is all about. How you feel, Connie?
I'm ready to quit.
Hey, look, you rocked it, though. I got to give it to you. So, Angelique, tell me, how long have you been doing this?
About 5 years now.
Okay. So this is based on what you told me. This is primarily for what you do with women, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Right now, women, but I'm definitely ready for the guys too.
Hey, they wouldn't let me get up there with my short stuff.
I don't know if I'm ready for that myself because I don't think I can hang. Huh? Yeah. Hey, well, listen, we putting together. I guess you're getting. What's your social media?
So right now I'm on Instagram, IG as Angel Fitness. So you can definitely follow me on there, and then I'll be getting up a YouTube channel. So stay tuned on here.
Yeah. What the link is. All right, that's what's up. So listen, I'm partial because she is my baby girl. This is my baby girl.
She did amazing though.
Hey, look, hey Jay, real talk though. Not just because she's my baby girl, but see, that was just a warm up for her. I've seen her in real action, man. She could do this thing.
Hey, listen, I'm happy that she held back a little bit because Connie was struggling.
Hey, look, Connie,
but Connie did her damn
Connie,
thing.
How you feel good though? She was doing her thing.
She thought she was in Wakanda at the waterfall scenes.
Hey, listen. Well, we're about to go to commercial break. Angelique, thank you for coming out, baby girl.
You're
You got
awesome.
your cheering squad over here. You got your cheering squad. So listen, we're going to be right back. We're going to put out all your information. As soon as we get that YouTube channel set up,
we're going to get you.
We're going to let y'all know because y'all can follow her on YouTube and do this thing in your own homes as she leads you. Yeah. Yeah. So if she's sweating, they got good sweat going on. All right. Hey, listen, Angelique. Right here on the Gentleman Sweep Show. We're going to come right back, baby. We got acupuncture coming right up.
Let's go.
We'll see y'all later.
The previous conception of Eastern medicine that I had is basically I didn't understand it. And it's always been viewed by Western medicine that it was somewhat substandard.
My skepticism comes from my culture.
With how can needles cause a cure and not cause a problem?
And that's why I tried everything before going to Oriental or Eastern medicine.
The people that our physicians see that have chronic pain are not the most desirable patients. Physicians are trained to fix things quickly if they can, and when a patient pain continues, it becomes very frustrating. This is why so many patients that have chronic pain get dependent upon chemicals of some sort.
Vicodin, Tramadol, Toradol, all the kinds of for 2 years, and with no luck.
It's unfortunate that the patient doesn't come in right away and has to spend 2 years in pain. We're taking pain medications. And that's the frustrating part about medicine, because some physicians who don't know Eastern medicine or don't know about osteopathic medicine are treating these patients, and they're frustrated too because the patient never gets better.
Once that physician gets frustrated with all the treatment options, like the gentleman that was just here, PT, this, he's gone everywhere, you know what? They'll want to get help and get these patients out of their practice. I'm going to be honest with you.
The neurosurgeon, he said, there's nothing we can do for you. It's too risky to do the surgery due to the other medical condition that I had.
Western medicines, pain relievers, as well as procedures certainly don't cure everybody.
Ago, and when I visited Korea, patients coming in with severe back and leg pain are able to get up from the table with some acupuncture. It's absolutely amazing. It's not just one patient, it was probably 10, 15 patients, the same result.
So if we can use acupuncture or trinotherapy or other methods of relieving that pain, it will be better for all of us.
It's improving. I have not had a headache all week, which has been the longest without a headache since before my surgery.
It's the most effective treatment I've had, and I've spent so much time and so much money going the other places.
Even with the great medical advances that we have, there's still limitations in treating the human body. That exposes another type of therapy that can help, and certainly getting the human body to help heal itself is probably one of the most powerful mechanisms. It's certainly recognized in Western medicine. It's just how do we tap into that? And I think integrating more Asian traditional types of therapies certainly allow us to tap into that further. And I think there's also a huge patient demand who is really looking at traditional Western medicine and saying, is this all that we have? You know, is there something that we can do better?
Hey, what's happening, y'all? That Zumba was hot, wasn't it? Hey, well, listen. On the set now, we have the lovely Miss Dr. Kachina Smith,
Hello.
Doctor of Acupuncture.
How's everybody?
Great.
Hi.
Thank
doing
you
well.
for coming out to educate us tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
You look lovely.
Thank you very much.
And you look good on camera. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. So, Dr. Kachina Smith is going to be talking to us about acupuncture.
You got it out.
I gotta slow it down a little bit.
I tell you what you got to do, though.
What's that?
You got to help somebody out. So
let's do that.
We do this segment on the show called Marcus, Darling. And the way that it works is this. Marcus is the only person on this set that is qualified to give any type of advice to anybody. But since you're a doctor, we're going to let you jump in because you might be able to medically help somebody the right way. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to read a situation that was written for Marcus. You're going to jump in. Y'all the only ones that should give advice. I'm going to give it any damn way. You know what I mean? So listen, heed my advice at your own will. So this one was kind of different. Marcus never listens to these, so he's going to freestyle it off the top of the dome. You ready for this? Yeah. Smoke got new effects. We got a budget. That's what I'm talking about. Here it is. It says, Dear Marcus, darling, I don't need a lecture because I will be the first one to tell you that I am a fool in lust with the wrong man. Hello, gentlemen sweep. I am a 39-year-old single female who moves like I'm in a relationship. I met this 30-year-old sexy little funny bun. That's what she wrote. Okay. A couple of months ago, just to get my groove back after a 12-year-long waste of time relationship. We both said we were just looking for fun and our relationship was open so we could date and enjoy other people. At first, I was going on several dates with other people, but when we started having sex, I was good and had all I needed in him. Now, on his end, it's completely different. He makes time for me whenever I ask for it, so I can't complain, but he still sees other females, and I know enough about him to know that he's still having sex with other women. Now, I really don't want to complain or even know if I want things to change. I just want to know, am I wrong for being in an open relationships but moving around like I'm monogamous, signed, loyal to a fault?
Okay. So wait, let me understand something. So they're in a relationship that's open.
That's open. You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do. When we together, we together.
Okay. And so she's catching feelings now?
It didn't say she's catching feelings. It just says that she's built like she can't be with other people. She can only be with one person. But he's not built like that.
So she's not really feeling the open relationship concept.
She says she doesn't know if she wants to change. She just says, is she wrong for being faithful to a guy that's doing his thing?
Hey, nah, you know what? If you all, my opinion is, if you came into the relationship with that mutual agreement, he's doing exactly what you all agreed on. You know what I mean? So if you all agreed on that and your feelings have changed, then I would suggest you make that known because you wouldn't be fair to him by getting upset with him. And even getting upset with yourself because your feelings change. Acknowledge who you are and what you want. Do what you do, and he's going to do what he has to do. But you got to agree. You have to abide by the initial agreement or talk about it later. What you think, Dr. Smith?
Oh, I completely agree. If you're going to see somebody and you know that you are built to be monogamous, stay monogamous to someone who will be monogamous to you.
True.
Okay. Like there is an acupuncture point that comes to mind, actually off the top of my head with the situation. It's called Spirit Seal.
Okay.
And it's all about putting your stamp on, I know who I am, I know who I know what I want, I know what I need.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that point
I need
reinforces.
So are you telling me you can hit a point in my life and I can get straight?
It will assist, but you got to do the legwork.
Your mind got to be straight too.
Okay.
Oh,
This is about to get interesting.
I already said that you shouldn't listen to me, but this is what I'm gonna say, right? You can't change a player's game in the ninth inning. Like, if this is the way you set the situation up from the jump, like, we don't do contract negotiations in the middle of a season.
This is true.
It's okay to communicate. I think that's very important. Like, we need to communicate. We need to sit down because honestly, by the way she wrote it, he's not doing anything wrong than what was set up in. Mm-hmm. She happens to be the type of person, I would say she's a chronic, like monogamous. That's what she believes in because she said at the end she's loyal to a fault.
Right,
so if you're loyal to a fault, then you got to be in a situation, like you said, that soothes you. Being with somebody who's able to date other people and freely be with other people without feeling like the feelings attached to it, it's the wrong type of person for you. So you need to, if you call him a fun bunny at first, now you beyond lust. You got feelings. Right. So at this point, you need to have a conversation. You need to move on, or somebody's gonna get hurt.
That's right.
Somebody's gonna get hurt.
I agree.
But he living.
He's doing his thing.
Do you play? You heard me. Do you play?
And she needs to do her.
So let's get back to the spirit.
I know that
spirit. What
sparked my interest?
She said the spirit. Like you got all our 2 female listeners out there talking about what is it?
Yes. Forget what y'all saying. We want to know what she said.
That's right. Listen. Please be clear that this is a medical professional that has been to school. Don't be trying none of these things at home when your nigga sleep, trying to get him to act right. Don't do it.
Get a sewing needle out the closet.
Gentleman Sweep is not responsible for anything that y'all clowns do after the segment.
That's right. I need you to post this on YouTube so I can learn how to do it.
Right.
Let me ask you a question, Doctor. How did you get started in this field and everything? Because I think it's fascinating.
Well, I especially think it's fascinating. That's why I started. I originally started as a pre-med intern and student. And life has a lot of twists and turns.
Okay. Yeah.
And I became ill at a particular point in my life, and I was led to acupuncture.
Okay.
And after I learned about it, I happened to get a job, and the only place I could get a job, talk about God stepping in there, was a place that did family medicine and acupuncture.
Okay.
And there is one particular school in Maryland called Maryland University of Integrative Health. It is the only one located in Maryland, and that's where I received my master's and doctorate.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to get into a whole bunch of questions, and we're going to give you the floor because this thing is so deep and so high, we wouldn't even know the right questions to ask. So we're going to give you the floor, and you're going to tell us everything that you want to tell us, and also we're going to make sure that you put out your Instagram information or your contact information and the whole 9 yards so that they can get in contact with you. Cool?
Okay, there's no wrong question.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So when people come in to see your services, are they coming with a whole bunch of issues? Because when you said just the issue with this, just not being monogamous, that doesn't seem like a physical ailment.
No, it's not.
So you help with everything.
Help with everything.
Can you expand on that for us?
Absolutely. So some people walk through the door. Most people, when they come in for acupuncture, most people automatically think I need to have pain to be treated, or that's what I'm seeking. Well, what we can also look at is once we treat your pain, we operate by this system called roots and branches.
Okay.
So the branches are the symptoms that you're coming in with, but the root is where it's all starting and coming from, that first domino that fell before everything happened. And sometimes that first domino can be an emotion that you've been holding in for years, and your body has learned to say, I don't want to deal with this. So I'm going to stuff it in this part of the body until you're ready to deal with it. And the longer that happens, then you're inactive, other parts of your life happen. Next thing you know, you've got aches and pains, and every time you wake up in the morning, your knees are popping and clicking, and you feel the rain coming.
And this is like, so we probably, for layman's terms, we equate that to stress.
Yes.
So stress builds up in certain parts of the body, and that stress has to be released.
And not just stress, even life events, things that happen to people. We understand even with people who go to therapy that there are things that need to be released and healed. And acupuncture, whether you're coming in just because you want to feel better about yourself or it's physical, we're assisting that process.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, because in the Black community, a lot of things when it takes getting help, whether it's therapist or acupuncture or those things that would be like holistic healing, are there plenty of African Americans that are now getting hip to this, or is it still you're seeing a dominant majority of others coming in for your services?
I will say it depends on where you are.
Okay.
And what you have access to, which we understand in the Black community that can be very limited.
Okay.
Or if you're near a city, you may have more opportunities. So I also just want to say that we are developing, myself and some other acupuncturists out there. We are going to be featured on blackacupuncturist.com soon.
Say that again. So
yeah, say it one more. Say it close to the mic. So
y'all need to get your own dictionary to spell it right.
You know what I mean? and listen, women, for those of you who are thinking about performing at one particular pressure point, don't go to the video and try to learn how to do that. Let her take care of that for you, all right?
Yes, do not try this at home.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
So what was that website?
blackacupuncturist.com.
Okay.
So that is in the works, and you can look out for that coming soon.
Well, you let me know, and
I will let you know.
Absolutely.
Yes. But people, especially in the Black community, we often want to go, well, I don't want to go anywhere unless I'm so sick that I have to pay the bills and I have to get rid of.
Understood.
But if you think about it, if you do the preventative work, you don't have to worry about those big bills. You don't have to worry about, I'm all the way down the rabbit hole now, I've got full diabetes. Mm-hmm. So what are the best things to do besides we talk about diet and exercises? If you come in for acupuncture, we're going to help you slow down that process. And as you work to reverse it, we're going to build your body so that you can keep it in tune.
And a lot of that also has to do with education as well, because when some people hear acupuncture, they think of that whole hocus pocus thing, just like going to therapy. Oh, we don't need that; it's all in your mind. We all you need is some chicken and or some Benadryl, and that should cure you. I feel good.
Put some Robitussin.
Some Robitussin.
Tussin on it.
I think it starts with just educating and
absolutely
getting the awareness out that this is definitely an option.
Oh, absolutely, because most people go, acupuncture, needles. I don't like needles. Please don't show me none. I don't want to do needles. And I will show you shortly, these are not the needles you're thinking about.
Yes.
Also, in quite a few cities, there are a lot of community acupuncture spaces. So these are cost-effective sliding scale benefits that you can go and get your acupuncture in 30 minutes rather than an hour and still get that boost that you need.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible. And in Baltimore, there's a place particular called Penn North, especially helps with those who are recovering from addictions and other afflictions.
So my question to you is, when someone comes in and they come for, just say like mental health or anything like that, do you guys set them in? Like, would you let them know how many sessions they need to come?
Yes.
Or things like that? Okay, general. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yes. So when they come in, we have what we sometimes call tea and donuts.
Okay.
Also, in the technical term we use in our school, it's traditional diagnosis time. So what we're doing is we're sitting and we're getting to know you. I'm not just going to go through your whole medical history. I want to know more about you. What are your likes? What are your dislikes? How was it for you growing up as a kid? Are you happy in your career? Are you not? What do you want to do with your life? What's flourishing in your life? Most of the time, we're not even thinking about what's going well. We're focusing on what's not going so well.
Right.
And I take all that information and I narrow it down to these are the primary things to start working on first. Okay. An average acupuncturist visit ranges about an hour. First visits could be up to 2 hours because we're including that time. And then we follow it up with the first treatment. Okay. So treatment planning usually is anywhere from 4 to 6 weekly visits in the beginning, and then it begins to be spaced out based on your progress.
Because I like my girl. She's like crazy. You know what I mean? She's really, really crazy. But I want her to come see you, but I don't want her to make all the visits because I still like a little crazy. So I want you to help her out, but I don't want you to help her out.
Here's the thing. With acupuncture, we're not going to interfere with who you're supposed to be.
Cool,
Right.
Yeah, I like
it's to enhance the real person.
Just, get a little help, but not too much help.
Well, let me tell you. So I personally, the reason how we we developed this relationship is because I was a patient.
Oh, wow.
I actually came and I got the therapy and the whole 9 yards. And actually, surprisingly, my insurance paid for it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my insurance paid for it. And then there was an issue with my insurance. They changed how they did things. So now I got to regroup and start back. But I'm looking forward to it. And I tell you what, I was nervous. I don't know if you knew I was nervous. You probably did know I was nervous, but I was nervous. So when she did exactly what she said, she went through interviewing me, getting to know me, and asking me what I would like to see happen, what changes I would like to make in my life, and what were my what's the word you used? The ailments or not? Or I think you used a different word. But and she went through the whole motions, and then she broke out the needles. Yeah, that's good. We're gonna talk about that when we come back from commercial.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get into depth with this thing with Miss Katrina Smith.
She's gonna give you a demonstration.
A demonstration.
Yes.
Unfortunately, she won't be able to demonstrate like we thought initially, and you can explain why you can't actually do it.
Because I like to follow the law.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
right.
Okay, and presently I'm still working on my DC license.
Right.
I am
Okay.
licensed in Maryland.
All right.
Right. So there's licenses, or there's repercussions and consequences
So
to the situation.
She's really about this life. You know
She's
what I'm
about this
saying?
life.
Degrees, Maryland,
You
all
know?
that stuff.
And listen,
but she is gonna stick herself, right?
And listen,
Yes.
and don't let the
Stick
smooth
herself.
taste fool you.
We good then.
She's cute. She has, she looks innocent, and she is, but she runs a tight ship.
Hey.
You know what I mean? And I tell you what, when she came in there, she broke everything down to me. She told me where, if it were gonna hurt, where it was gonna hurt, the whole 9 yards. And man, I'm gonna tell you, I had to calm my soul because she stuck a couple times there, right here, in right between my eyes.
Yes.
And then she left some things, and then she said, "Oh, I'm gonna be right back," and she left the room. I felt, no, don't go nowhere,
Started panicking.
please. I'm sitting up there like this. Lord, if I fall, the needle gonna stick right in my head. I'm thinking all kinds of crazy stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, it's amazing how I sat there, and when you humble yourself and you listen and you develop a certain level of trust because of how talented she is and because of the knowledge. You broke this thing down, and she was very sensitive to me. So we're gonna go to commercial break.
Oh.
We're gonna come right back.
Somebody's getting stuck.
Yeah. Yes. So, Gentleman Sweep Talk Show, baby. Acupuncture, mind, body, and spirit. Right here on the Gentleman Sweep Show. We'll be right back.
Chinese practitioners were not the only, and may not have been the first, to identify energy pathways in the body.
We try to open your body first so that your energy can start flowing again.
The frozen body of a man from about 3300 BC was recovered well preserved from the Alps. His body features tattoos that correspond to Chinese acupuncture's qi meridians. But regardless of its origins, the Eastern practice of acupuncture finally hit the United States primarily because of an article written in the New York Times. Few understand the history and its implications to Western medicine better than Dr. Richard Hammerschlag.
The history of acupuncture in the United States, in large part, can be traced to a fortuitous appendectomy in Beijing that happened to a New York Times reporter in 1971.
Reporter James Reston published in the New York Times an article titled, "Let Me Tell You About My Operation in Peking." He described how acupuncture helped with his post-operative pain, and he was amazed with the results.
Different mountains, but
This newfound American interest prompted extensive research into acupuncture's effectiveness and an attempt to define the underlying concept of qi in Western terms. This presented numerous challenges, as the word qi runs deeply through not only Chinese medicine, but through Chinese art, literature, philosophy, pugilism, and daily life.
How they ever came upon this is a matter of...
Man.
All right. Isn't that deep?
Hey, listen, it's deep to this. It's more that comes along with this than just sticking somebody with a needle. So can you, for all those people out there that are skeptics about this, can you let us know the history behind it and how this science came about?
Well, Chinese medicine as a system has been around really close to 5,000 years.
Wow.
And it's still being practiced everywhere in the world today, especially in China.
Wow.
So if you think about that, something must be right if
That's
it's still
right.
working after this many years, right?
That's right.
So from that history, there were a lot of scholars and others who put in their input on the theory and what they studied. And coming to the conclusion of that, that's what I use that information to understand what's going on with you and how to treat you.
Okay.
It can be simple, but underneath it, it is complex because the way Chinese medicine is made, it is completely customized.
Okay. So Jacob has some. You sent in some diagrams that Jacob is going to put up on the screen for us shortly, and you were explaining to me meridians and things like that in the body, and
so here. Yeah, this is an example of a point location chart. If you go into any acupuncturist office, you may see it on the wall. If you take a look, there are points on everywhere.
Okay.
There's about 361 plus points on your body. And as a part of becoming an acupuncturist, yes, we study every single one. We also study plenty of Western medicine, traditional anatomy, physiology, pathophysiology, all of those things, as well as what we do as Chinese medicine practitioners.
Okay.
Here are the 5 elements. So the particular style of acupuncture I practice is called Worsley 5-element acupuncture. And our style is not just limited to the body, mind, but especially the spirit. So when we do our treatments, people have what we call predominant elements that show up within them. And this particular slide talks about that. So each one of the elements corresponds with a different season, a color, sound, odor, and emotion. And those things that we get from you diagnostically help me determine this or that is more prominent in your makeup. And I'm going to support that on your treatment so that you get that full body, mind, spirit support.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's a balance.
It's all about balance.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
And this is amazing. We can go on and on because there's so much to it. And I know there's no way possible we could get everything about this in one show. So I would love to have you come back and talk about it more in depth one day.
Oh, sure.
And but in the meantime, what we like to do is there's even pressure points or not pressure points, points on the tongue.
Not exactly points, but your tongue is like a map of your internal organs
And
your meridians.
Now, I have
I thought
a
somebody was
birthmark
gonna be sticking
on my
on the
tongue. My birthmark is on my
It's on your tongue?
Yes.
Now,
Show the world.
I don't be doing that.
Look in the camera. Show the world.
What do you be doing with your tongue?
Infection looks like.
We're gonna get into this demonstration smoke, but we're not gonna forget about that one. We're gonna come back to that. So, Dr. Smith,
Yes.
what are you gonna do for us right now? Now, unfortunately, we can't do this like we wanted to, but we're gonna do this one day. We're actually gonna do it and video it in Maryland and bring it back to the show and do it here.
and hopefully I will have my DC license by then, and then we won't have that
Hey,
problem.
that's what's up. Okay.
Give us a demonstration. Let's see what
let's
you
do this demonstration real quick and show us the needle, show us how you go about doing it and what particular point you're working on. Because I do understand, and you told me before, that you actually do this on yourself.
Yes.
And you are a patient of this as well.
Yes, I do see an acupuncturist regularly. Yes. So what I'm going to show you here is, first of all, when you come in for your acupuncture treatment, I take your pulses. I'm feeling your pulses on your wrist. I'm looking at your tongue. Different characteristics about all of those things tell me this needs attention, this doesn't need attention, this needs balance. Then based on that, I select the different acupuncture points that are necessary. Now, once we've made the decision of the points, I will swab acupuncture points just like that, just like any other place. We want to make sure it's clean.
Okay.
There actually is an additional training that we go through. He's
just
scared. He's scared. He's scared. So what happens is we have an additional training to make sure that we stay sanitary with what we're doing, called clean needle technique. So as you can see, there is a single needle in this itty bitty tube, and I'll take it out. Can you even see it on camera?
Yeah, you can see it.
It's
small.
extra,
It's so
extra
small.
tiny. It's not what you're expecting. So all of them are single use and disposable. And once I locate the point, it's just a quick tap, and there you go.
Wow. So now you tap. What is that tapped into?
So right now that's tapped into a particular point called large intestine 4, joining of the valleys.
Okay.
And it has a lot of great effects. It helps with the face, with moisture in the body. We often use that in acupuncture facials.
Okay.
Also, this is good for moving your bowel system.
Yes.
Making sure stuff stays good.
Can I get one of them taps when we get on camera? You heard me. Sometimes I be stuck up, you know?
Yes. Yeah, and then every needle is disposed of after use, so you never see it again. It's completely sanitary and clean.
So this stuff, everything, and I'm trying to refer back to what the things that you talked to me about while I understand it. We're talking about things that that will help with all type of ailments as far and all your major organs, the whole 9 yards. And it's like a release of energy, right? It's a release of energy and
so yes, the vital energy of the body we call qi. In Chinese, it's spelled Qi, but it's pronounced qi. That and your blood. What we're doing with these points is telling the body to bring back that natural flow of the qi and blood, because where the blood flows, things get better.
Right. Okay.
So ailments, you could consider it for particular ailments, but really acupuncture is treating the symptoms that you experience, because rheumatoid arthritis for one person is not rheumatoid arthritis for another.
Okay.
Doctor, we got about 30 more seconds. What I would like for you to do is pretty much give us an elevator speech. You know, if we only had a couple seconds for you to tell somebody what acupuncture was really about, can you just please look into the camera right there, let us know about it, and please give your information so people can find you.
Absolutely. So if you want to try natural healing and get your body flowing in the right direction with the motion of the ocean, some people want to say, keep yourself chilled and cooled out the motion of the ocean. And that's the water element. I will tell you more in the treatment room if you want to know. So my name is Dr. Kachina Smith, and I am located in Laurel, Maryland, as well as near here in Tacoma Park, the Still Point Spa.
All right. Well, listen.
And listen, I learned a lot. Hey. I learned that Zumba is about that business.
Hey, look, serious.
Connie got her hands all laid down and you see, she ain't been on camera since.
Got that right.
She over there.
She had a respirator. She was taking oxygen and everything.
I needed some acupuncture after that.
So we got to go to Tacoma Park, or what you say, Silver Springs or something like that?
Tacoma Park on Grant Avenue, the Still Point Spa, and Maryland University of Integrative Health and Natural Care Center in Laurel, Maryland. I am a resident there.
Okay. What's your website? Do you have a website?
Yes, my website is soaringspiritacu.com. The name of my business, Soaring Spirit Acupuncture. You can Google it and you'll find it.
All right.
We got about another minute, Marcus.
Yeah.
Close us out, baby.
Hey, well, listen. I want to talk to you guys and let you know that we have to hold each other accountable. And what I mean by that is when we're trying to be successful, when we're trying to grow, when we're trying to reach new levels, new heights, and I'm trying to do that as we speak, we need to partner up with somebody who have our same frame of thinking. You know what I mean, Jay?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We're trying to go to a different level. So you need an accountability partner. So I want to start something new, you know, where I want, and Connie and I was talking about this, about having an accountability partner. I'm trying to take my life to a different level in business. Okay. You know what I mean? So you need to find someone who will hold you accountable, not judge you, not chastise you, not make you feel low, not make you feel bad, but say, hey, listen, did you do that extra whatever it is today? Like, for instance, Connie, did you do any writing today?
I did not do any writing today just yet, but the night is not over.
That's right. Hey, listen. And it only takes a little bit. See, and there's no judgment. What it is a reminder. You know what I mean? It's a reminder that we're all trying to reach a certain level of success.
I didn't get that 5 a.m. text like you did last time, so
that's
I might
what
have
I'm
just
going to
forgot.
have to do. I'm going to need that too because I haven't been as disciplined as I could. But my point is, we need accountability partners. Jay, you have a business. You know what I mean? So you got things that you're doing outside of this, and we all want to go to a higher level. Miss Dr. Smith.
Yes.
You want to take life to a higher level as well, right?
Absolutely. I believe everyone should soar like eagles.
That's right. So with that said, find yourself an accountability partner today. All right, I learned a lot today from Dr. Kachina Smith. We got some great stuff coming up next week.
Thanks for
we got my man, Brian Mills from Secret Society, who's going to be front and center.
Well, that band be cranky.
Yes, it does. Secret Society, baby.
Gentleman Sweep Show.
Yeah, Gentleman Sweep Show from radio.
We see y'all
Dr.
next
Smith,
week.
I hold you accountable.
Yeah, y'all tune in. Don't forget next week, tune in to the Tanya Barnett Show also, just before hours. We'll holler at y'all later. Deuces.
The Gentleman's Sweep Show, where nothing gets swept under the rug. Fun Radio Monday. You are in the mix with DJ Smoke on the Gentleman's Sweep Show.